After a long stagnant month of reruns, it seems that Morimens wanted to stoke the fires once again. With the new patch comes very intriguing drama. Well, I do not want to be a drama channel. Since I had said my piece about the release of Absolute Action, it is only right to talk about it again. Why so? The new patch is coming this Monday and there's a lot to talk about. With the Arachne skit, something I will segue to the end. Do note that this is still somewhat short and poorly edited more so than usual, as the recent days was tiring to be a Morimens player to say the least. Anyways, trapeze, dive, and railway will become more ingrained in the economy cycle. Ignore the text in the picture as Light had already addressed it. Its rewards becoming smaller but no longer stiffening up the weeklies, making our dailies far more interactive than it had now. And if you're really competitive, the ranking system will reward you better. But for our casuals, PvP ranking is fairly lenient, so this is not a cause of concern, at least for me personally. Dailies are revamped. Now we get more ways of clearing it, which is nice as it also lets us integrate to the systems of the main menu more, and a bunch of other more quality of life changes. Somehow the battle pass automatically collecting is not one of them. They really wanna delay this as long as possible, huh? And also, they're buffing the maintenance rewards. The scam banner is back, only pull here if you are desperate, but it's clear we are getting power creep, so we are better off getting units from 2.1 patch and onwards. Sorel Wheel is really good however. Main stat is crit damage so it already has crazy soft spend value. The fact that its effect is also good makes it even more so. It is exhaust and not destroy which means you get it once per battle. For one Arithmetica in a draw, 80 temporary crit damage is absolutely a worth trade. With Giant's Blade you can hit 200 crit damage with just a few investment in your covenants. Truly, Sorel had been given the cerulean damage we were promised. We are also getting top-up skins. If you do on mobile, you get a bonus, not a free, skin of Natila when she was still a human. If on PC, you get one of Hell's concept art as a proper skin, which is... I don't have a PC, but I want her more, which is quite frustrating. The Agrippa and Hubash event skin is back, but the skins is not. There are still other rewards to be claimed. And of course, the logging in daily for 10 Luminous is here. Let's address the elephant in the room. Ethereal cores. The gist of it is that it acts as a luminous core until the next major update, in which case they will turn to pure cores. A discussion for another video, but for now, basically, the team changed it so that it's a system that is properly soft launched without stepping off the rewards of what was already compatible with the current systems. With that out of the way, let us finally tackle Arachne's kit. First up, her mere existence will evolve Ultra. Just like the Morimen Vortex changes Equior to Divine Realm, Arachne will evolve Ultra Realm too. I will call it Kultra from now on. First off, all cards at the deck get Singularity Beacon, and as usual, the first card played gets put in the Ultra deck. However, this and the original will get 25 stacks of Singular Beacon, which basically gives 50% damage bonus and 25 defensive bonus to the card when played again. But they cannot be put on the Ultra deck until this is removed. Ultra round no longer passes the turn. Instead, it will still count as the turn, but you can act again as usual with the Ultra turn. Arachne, however, hard sets the arithmetic at 5, though spending it all before Ultratone is recommended. No more Joy Horla shenanigans for you, mister. Annihilation gets a 3-turn cooldown, but instead of getting an inspiration, the leftmost card is instead returned to hand. She gives everyone 50% damage amp. Unquestionable, no requirement. Always online 50% damage amp. This motherfucker breathes in the same space that Think is in. For every realm mastery, she basically gives more singularity beacon. For Arc 2 talent, she deals a stronger final verdict and is doubled on mutant enemies. Final verdict is a new debuff. It stacks and if the enemy has lower health than verdict, it kills. This mechanic is very fun, and I wish this gets implemented to future characters. Her Exalt gives shield and 100 damage amp bonus. It removes stagnation from hand and gets the singularity warp effect, in which if you're on ultra round, you activate her pursuit per card played. Otherwise, annihilation will. The pursuit gives her temporarily more ways to increase Singularity Beacon and deal a hefty amount of final verdict on the lowest health enemy. Her Rouse makes the annihilated card gets double played and lets the next card to leap, so basically it can replace the just annihilated card. Her 1 cost gives her Guiding Loom and deals some final verdict to enemies. Her 3 cost shields give allies Alyamas and make her 1 cost generate more Guiding Loom to the discard and draw pile. Guiding Loom is a 0 cost, reduces HP by 2% of your max HP, and gives a stack of her pursuit. It also increases the final verdict dealt and the HP this will reduce by its next play. The strikes and deaths are normal. At E1, her Exalt now gives 125 damage up and more final verdict scaling of realm mastery. E2 gives her 3 cost prepare and makes the 1 cost deal more final verdict. At E3, she can stack up the 5 of her pursuit and let it give more singularity beacon. At OE, she randomly creates copies of cards in Ultra Deck or hand with Singularity Beacon 5 times, makes them 0 cost, and randomly puts it in the draw or discard pile. For Axiom, once roused, she deals damage when annihilating equal to half the final verdict and boosting the next Exalt's damage up and shield by 50%. For team building, she works with anyone, except Dodge Sane. She will steal the kills highly likely with final verdict, and he would not want that. Surprisingly, she looks fairly solid as E0 already. E2 if you want her to deal reliable final verdict damage. That is to say, I really recommend pulling for her. Like I said, she's already good at E0, so your investment would not be wasted too much. I'm really sorry for sound jaded as hell in this. You see, this update came just when I'm pushing out of my burnout for this game. The fact that this became a very noisy update makes it very hard to stay positive. Still, after the content drought, it still is exciting to finally get Chapter 5, and I like Arachne too when she appeared on Chapter 4. More videos to come covering the other updates, so hopefully everyone stays traveling.